ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं चैव ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः सांख्ययोगः। श्रीभगवानुवाच Where do we start? न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणः न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Madam Sunita is in the class now. Is she in the class?
One minute, I'm just checking.
Huh?
I'm just checking. No,
Okay.
she has not joined yet.
She has not joined it. Okay. Avinashi tu tadvidhi. Why I asked is, all this is Sankhya. And she was asking, what is the difference between Sankhya and Karma Yoga?
Yes, the question, shall I read out the question?
No, I got the question. I got the question, no problem.
For the sake of the others, for them to understand, if you're answering the question now.
Avinashi tu tadvidhi. Yena sarvamidam tatam vinashamavyyasyasya na kaschit kartumarhati antavanta ime dehaha nityasyokta sharirinaha anashina prameyasya tasmadujyasva bharata. All this is Sankhya. Enam veti hantaram Eschainam manyate hatam उभौ तौ न विजानीतः नायं हन्ति न हन्यते न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणः न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे वेदा विनाशिनं नित्यं येनमजमव्ययम् कथं स पुरुषः पार्थ कं घातयति हन्तिकम् वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहे नैनं छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावकः न चैनं क्लेदयन्त्यापः न शोषयति मारुतः अच्छेद्योऽयमदाह्योऽयम् अक्लेद्यो शोष्य एव च नित्यः सर्वगतस्थाणुः अचलोऽयं सनातनः अव्यक्तोऽयमचिन्त्योऽयम् अविकार्योऽयमुच्यते तस्मादेवं विदित्वैनं नानुशोचितुमर्हसि अध चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैवं शोचितुमर्हसि जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युः ध्रुवं जन्म मृतस्य च तस्मादपरिहार्येद्ये न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि अव्यक्तादीनि भूतानि व्यक्तमध्यानि भारत अव्यक्तनिधनान्येव तत्र का परिदेवना आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेनम् आश्चर्यवत् वदति तथैव चान्यः आश्चर्यवच्चैनमन्यः शृणोति श्रुत्वाप्येनं वेद न चैव कश्चित् देही नित्यमवध्योऽयं देहे सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि. Keep shifting, Brahmara. Keep shifting. Go forward. Go forward. Go back. Go back a little. Yeah. Yeah. Esha te vihita sankhe buddhiryoge tvimam shruno buddhya yukto yaya pada karma bandham prahasyasi neha vikramana shosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः एकेह कुरु नन्दना बहुशाखा ह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो अव्यवसायिनाम्. Here it reads बुद्धयो अव्यवसायिनाम् यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्त्य विपश्चितः वेदवादरता पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः कामात्मानः स्वर्गपराः जन्म कर्म फलप्रदां क्रियाविशेषबहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते त्रैगुण्यविषया वेदाः निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुन निर्द्वन्द्वो नित्यसत्त्वस्थो निर्योगक्षेम आत्मवान् यावान् अर्धउदपाने सर्वतः सम्प्लुतोदके तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु Brahmanasya vijanataha karmanyevadhikaraste ma paleshu kadachana ma karma phalaheturbhuhu ma te sangostva karmane yogasta kuru karmane sangam chektva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate दूरेण ह्यवरं कर्म बुद्धियोगात् धनञ्जय बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्छ कृपणा फलहेतवः बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह उभे सुकृतदुष्कृते तस्माद् योगाय युज्यस्व योगः कर्मसु कौशलम् कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ताः पदं गच्छन्त्यनामयम् यदा ते मोहकलिलं बुद्धिर्व्यतितरिष्यति तदा गन्तासि निर्वेदं श्रोतव्यस्य श्रुतस्य च श्रुतिविप्रतिपन्ना ते यदा स्थास्यति निश्चला समाधावचला बुद्धिः तदा योगमवाप्स्यसि. Hari Om. What is your doubt, Brahmara?
Yeah, in the Sankhya Yoga, the Advaita aspect is brought out. But when we come in Sankhya Yoga, when Bhagwan is talking of Sankhya Yoga, he's talking all about the one truth, eternal truth, Atma, which is Advitiya. There is only one. But when we come to Karma Yoga, there is an aspect of Ishvara that is brought in. So isn't it as though we are shifting to Dvaita when we are practicing Karma Yoga?
No, not really. In a way, yes, but not really, because Esha te abhihita sankhe buddhihi. What did you understand from that? Esha te abhihita sankhe buddhihi. This Sankhya Yoga Shastrena Buddhihi has been unfolded to you. What is that Buddhi? न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजः नित्यः शाश्वतः पुराणः न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. That is Sankhya Buddhi. Is it not? Eshat is such like beautiful verses. This never dies. Which never dies? The Dehi never dies. The Shariri never dies. The Jivi has no end because he did not have a beginning. Najayate, Ajaha, Nityaha, Shashwataha, Puranaha, Nahanyate, Hanyamane Sharire. Even if the Sharira is killed, and Sharira applies to who? Applies to the Dehi.
Right.
And Dehi is who? Dehi is Najayate, Namriyate, right? And when you come to the Deha, Nahanyate, Hanyamane, Sharire. When you say that, the Sharira is distinctly different from the Dehi. And all these Shastras, Shastra Vakyas are for whom? Shastra Vijnana Sarvasvam is for whom?
For the person who is identified with the Deha.
Correct. Very rightly said. The person who has the Deha Atma Bhavana. Aham Dehaha. Aham Sthola Sukshma. Karana Dehaha. Etc. That kind of a thing. That Bhavana, that is what it is created by what? Ajnana. And whose ajnana is that? the Dehi Sajnana. Whoever is having Aham Deha iti Bhavana, Dehatma Bhavana, whoever has got, that person has Ajnana, which has to be removed. When that Ajnana is removed, then Najayate, Namriyate, Ajaha, Nityaha, Shashvataha, Puranaha, Nahanyate, Hanyamane, Sharire, all those things will apply. Till then, he is the Aham Dehaha iti Bhavanena, he is part and parcel of the Jagat. And Jagat is what? Bhinna Bhinna Swarupaha, of which he is a fragment. Like you said, Dvaita Bhavana. Yeah, to an extent, yes, you are right. But that this person will have to realize that he has to graduate from the situation he is to a situation where he can appreciate himself as Shashvataha. Nainam Chindanti Shastrani, that he must be in a position to appreciate. When he does that, that is Sankhya. And till then, the Karma Yoga Anushtana is required. That is where Bhagavan started saying, Esha te abhihita Sankhya buddhi. Thus far, the Sankhya buddhi has been unfolded to you. Yoga tvimam chruno. Regarding Karma Yoga, please listen. Buddhya yukto. Buddhya means Karma Yoga buddhya yukto. Karma bandham prahasyasi. You will cross over the bondage of karma. I have explained to you, bondage of karma is not crossed over simply through the karma yoga, because it has the effect of cleansing the mind beyond any measure. And when that happens, in that clean mind, the Atma Buddhi will shine. Atma Buddhi will shine. It will reflect. And that is when that happens, the Kartrutva Bhavana is gone. Bhoktrutva Bhavana is gone. And Aham Karta iti Bhavana gone. Ahankara Bhavana gone. When all these are gone, where are the Prarabdha Sanchita and Agami Karmas? Prarabdha Karma also becomes as though Dagda Bijavat, but he has to carry on. He has to carry on after that. That is it. That is the difference. Karma Yoga is not as though it is for the Dvaitins. It is for all. Actually, all Advaitins are initially Dvaitins, isn't it? All Advaitins, when they start praying to the Lord is what? Different from them? The one who is being prayed to is distinctly different from the one who is praying. So there is a Dvaita Bhavana. But the purpose is different. Purpose is for progressing further and further into finding oneself one with the Lord. Atmaupamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sayogi paramo mataha. In the 6th chapter, Atmaupamyena sarvatra, Atma upamanyena, the simile of looking at everything and everybody as Atma. Samam pashyati Arjuna, he will see samam. He will see the sameness everywhere. The sameness is looking at, say, Bhagavan, looking at himself. Till then, these trials, these karma yoga anusthana, these are inescapable, because These are meant for ajnanis, and we are all in that bandwagon. When we are in the ajnana janita samsara, then we have to get out of that. What do we have to do? We have to take the prescriptions from Gita Shastra and such like Upanishads and go forward. Your doubt is cleared, Brahmara?
Yes, Nana, cleared.
Now, Madam Sunita is there?
Yeah, she's there.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm there.
You are there? Now,
Yes, yes.
look at it this
Shall I
way.
read the question once so that everybody also
No,
knows?
no,
what
no,
it is?
no, no, no. Okay, I'll read out the question.
Read it out.
Read out. Read out. You read better. Good.
1 second. Yeah, how is Sankhya Yoga different from Karma Yoga? Shlokas 47, 48. Looks like Karma Yoga only. And Shloka 37, Sukha Dukkha Same Kritva. We know that we need to get over duality, but how to do it? This is not so easy. We are so conditioned, finding it hard to get over these.
Okay. Now, Sunita Madam, were you in the class when we have covered the verse?
Yes, yes. Yesterday, yeah, I was in the class.
No. Esha te abhihita sankhe buddhihi yoge timam shruno. Were you there in the class?
Yes, I was in the class. I may have missed it, the point.
Okay. Now, Sankhya Yoga is all about you. All about you, Atma. And saying Atma is Avinashi. And Atma is Najayate, is not born. Namriyate, it does not die. It is Shashvataha, Puranaha, etc. It is all about Atma Jnana. It is all about Tattva Jnana, Atma Jnana, or you can even say Brahma Jnana. That is all about Sankhya. Sankhya is what? Samyak Atmajnana Prasada Vishaye Khyayate iti Sankhya. Atmajnana Prasada. It has the capacity of bestowing Atmajnana completely, Samyak, beautifully. That is called Sankhya. That is the Sankhya Yoga. It is unfortunate it is called Sankhya Yoga. It is the only way. It is the only way for getting rid of ajnana. What is the way of getting rid of darkness? Is there any way? Can you bring in lots of tons of water and pour into the room to get rid of darkness? Can you have a huge satsang of 100 people to get rid of darkness? What is it you need to do? Just light a candle. Darkness is gone. Jnana is the main point regarding Sankhya Yoga. How to get rid of ajnana. Ajnana kalusham jivam jnana abhyasat vinirmalam. We have seen in Atma Bodha, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Now maybe you are muted. I should not be asking questions now.
My question, see, the Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga, that the difference I understood. But because all these shlokas, Karmanye Vadika Raste Mafaleshu Kadachana, so maybe I missed that 39 where Bhagwan is saying, he mentioned Jnana Yoga, now he is talking about Karma Yoga. But because the whole chapter is about Sankhya Yoga, I got confused there.
No. You are mistaken. I have explained to you in the Sankhya Yoga, there is prastavana of Karma Yoga.
Okay.
I mentioned that.
Okay.
And I have also mentioned from the sloka, Neha Abhikramana Shosti Pratyavayona Vidyate Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. And from then on, Vyavasayatmika buddhi is required for Karma Yoga Anushtana. That Karma Yoga has started from the verse Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha alabho jaya ajayo tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papamavapsyasi. From then on, the seed of Karma Yoga was as though sown there. And Karma Yoga is being talked of in Sankhya Yoga. Nothing wrong. Simply because the chapter's heading is Sankhya Yoga, it does not forbid the other topics. In fact, in the entire Gita, you know what is covered? What is covered?
Sankhya Yoga.
Directly or indirectly, we have all got raga and dvesha. Raga for something and dvesha for something else. And because of that, we are bound. And because of that, we have got sukha and dukkha. When the raga happens to us nicely, what we desire happens to us, we are sukhi. When it happens to us differently, we are dukhi, is it not? So entire Gita is talking in and through almost every chapter the neutralization of raga, dvesha, so that we may be sarvada sukhi. Right? Even in the 18th chapter, there is prastavana of Karma Yoga. Even in the 12th chapter, which is called what?
Bhakti Yoga.
Bhakti Yoga. That is all Karma Yoga. That so-called Bhakti Yoga is nothing but Karma Yoga. How do you do Bhakti? With what do you do Bhakti? With your organs of action and with your mind, is it not?
Yes.
Is it not
Yes.
karma?
Yes.
Is it not karma?
Yes.
And bhakti is what? If you can answer what is vibhakti, you will get to know the answer for bhakti. Vibhakti is that which is divided. Is it not? Bhakti is that which is undivided. Undivided. Between you and the Lord you are praying to, if there is no division, that is bhakti. Is that not jnana? When that happens, is that not jnana? So the entire bhakti yoga in the 12th chapter is nothing but karma yoga. And karma yoga flows like Mother Ganges in and through all the chapters. Karma yoga. Why? Because we are all ajnanis, and in the ajnana avastha, we have been trying in our own ways to get out of this ajnana, this morass of samsara. In our own little ways, we have been sincerely trying, and for helping us, this in and through the entire Gita, Karma Yoga Prastavana is there. Because people like us, we are kind of active, and we have to be active. We will be active. So karma is the main thing for us. That karma, why can't you do it with a different attitude? That is all the karma yoga is. The karma, what we are doing, if it is done with a different attitude, as presented by Bhagavan Krishna, that is karma yoga. And that will be beneficial. That is hitam for us, for all of us, and that will pave the way for jnanam, for Sankhya. Secondly, you said Slokas 47, 48 look like Karma Yoga. They do not look like Karma Yoga. They are Karma Yoga.
Okay.
Karmanyevate adhikaraha. Karma is talked of. Karmanyevate adhikaraha ma phaleshu kadachana. Okay? Now, secondly, you said Sloka 37. Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya ajayo. Actually, it is not Sloka 37. It is Sloka 38.
Yes, yes, yes.
Am I right?
Yes,
Sloka
that was a
38.
mistake.
No
Yeah.
problem. No problem. It's not my intention to point out a mistake, but it is
Yes.
only to alert you to the number of the sloka. So, sukha dukkhe same krutva, labha alabho jaya ajayo, tato yuddhaya yujyasva, etc. Isn't it? Same krutva. Sukha dukkho same krutva. Having the sameness of mind for whatever happens. Labha, alabha, jaya, apajaya, okay, etc. Whatever happens, when the pairs of opposites happen, the pairs of opposites are not a dual. The pairs of opposites do happen. You got my point? The
Yes.
duality is in our bhavana, in our attitude. What is that duality? I am praying to Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva is Sarvajnaha, Sarvashaktiman, right? And all these attributes you give to Lord Shiva and prostrate to him, pray to him. And that, who is doing that? You. You are doing that. And who are you? Other than Shiva? Yes, when you are praying so very fervently, you are other than Shiva. This duality is kind of imposed by you on yourself. Whereas the pairs of opposites do happen. There is no your imposition coming in the way. When some work is undertaken, the pairs of opposites happen. When you undertake or not, like Krishna Bhagavan said, Matra sparshastu kaunteya, shitoshna sukha dukkadaha, agama payinaha, anityaha, tam titikshasva bharata. You forbear them. Titikshasva. These are inevitable. These do happen. It is in the nature of Prakriti for these things to happen. When your sense organs contact the sense objects, the Shita, Ushna, Sukha, Dukkha happen. It is inevitable. You have no control over them. So only control you have got over is on your mind. Tam titikshasva bharata. Understanding that these are aniccaha. Aniccaha. These do not permanently happen and bother you. So tam titikshasva bharata. Right. Now you said how to practice this. It becomes very difficult. This samatva bhavana is very, very difficult. Yeah, difficult things only sadhakas like you are required to do. Right? Now,
Yes.
you are undertaking the study of the Gita, which is not a novel. It is Atma Tattva Vishaye Shastraha. Om Tat Sat. Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade. Don't we chant this at the end of every chapter?
Yes.
So that is what? Krishna Arjuna Samvade, what is that? It is Yoga Shastra. Not only that, Brahma Vidya. Brahma Vidya is a Sankhya Yoga. And Yoga Shastra is Karma Yoga. It is beautifully presented by Bhagavan. When we go to the third chapter, you will appreciate the intentions of Bhagavan. Lokesmin vividha nishta pura prokta mayanagha jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam. He says beautifully, hey Arjuna, there are two different lifestyles prescribed by me. Such are those who have Sattva Guna Pradhana people, For them, Sankhya. Lokesmin dvidhanishta pura prokta maya anagha. Hey, sinless Arjuna, anagha. Pura prokta. I have said this much before. I have said this much before. Pura prokta maya anagha. Jnana yogena sankhyanam. Jnana yogena sankhyanam means with Jnana Yoga, which is the same thing as Sankhya Yoga. The Sankhyanam is what? People who are having Sattva Guna Pradhana people. Those people who are like Tapobihi, Kshina Papanam, Shantanam, Vitaraginam, all those qualifications they have acquired. And they have no interest in the samsara. Those people, Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam, the Sankhyanam there means Sannyasinam. Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam, Karma Yogena Yoginam. For people like you and I, Yoginam, who are trying to pick up what Bhagavan Krishna is offering to you, and I, as Karma Yoga Anushtana, mantra, those mantras we are picking up. And two different lifestyles are given. These are not two different paths. There are no two different paths for Atma Jnana. There is only one path. Why only one path? Because Ajnana is the problem. The devil is Ajnana. So the Devata has to be Jnana. Devata cannot be Karma. Devata cannot be Karma. And Karma can, as though, lead you to pick up the Devata. That is what the Karma Yoga Anushtana does. It purifies your mind and prepares you as a mature person for Sankhya, for Jnana Yoga, for Atma Jnana Nishtha, all those things. All right?
Yes.
Now, you said it becomes difficult, isn't it? You please go to the 18th chapter. I will give you that verse also. At home, you refer to that and go through the Tatparya nicely. Verse number 37 of 18th chapter. Krishna says, Yatadagre Vishamiva, Yatadagre, Tat Agre Vishamiva. Initially, it looks like very poisonous. Yatadagre Vishamiva, Pariname Amrutopamam. Towards the end, it becomes like nectar. Pariname Amrutopamam, Tatsukam, Satvikam Proktam, Atma Jnana Prasadajam. That kind of a sukham, which towards the end will be more like honey and nectar, that is called Satvika Sukha, and it is Atma Jnana. It has got the power to give you Atma Jnana, Atma Jnana Prasadajam. What this Samatva Bhavana now, if you inculcate in yourself, Etadagre Vishamiva, though it is difficult, what you said is indeed right. Etadagre Vishamiva, but Pariname Amrutopamam. You give it a try. You give it a try. And for giving it a try, you must have the Shraddha totally that it is going to be a Hitavakyam for you. If you are not convinced about that, you cannot try that. And you will keep on justifying that it becomes difficult. I did try, but somehow it is difficult. That somehow difficult thing also, you get rid of the difficulty. It becomes Pariname Amrutopamam. Please refer to the verse 37 of the 18th chapter. Beautifully, Bhagavan Krishna says, don't be worried that it is going to be difficult. Difficult things you try, and towards the end, they become such a blessing. You will wonder why you did not try it earlier. Okay?
Yes.
Now, can we go forward? That karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala hetudbhuhu mate sangostva karmane. This verse, incidentally, amongst a few other verses in the Gita, they have become often quoted verses. But these verses are generally not understood properly. Karmani evate adhikaraha. This adhikaraha is what? Adhikari is what? An officer. You have got the right. You can determine what action you need to take, etc. Karmani evate adhikaraha. Ma phaleshu kad. Don't you worry what happens. If there is a riot that happens because of your decision, because karmani evate adhikaraha, you have taken that decision, forget about the riots and things like that. These kind of viparita bhavana people have entertained from this verse. Karmani evate adhikaraha. This adhikaraha is simple choice. Simple choice of what action you need to take with discrimination. With discrimination means, Bhagavan says later, Vyavasayatmika buddhihi ekeha kuru nandana. With that discrimination, you pick up what action you need to take and leave the phala to the Lord. Because you are only one of the factors in the production of the karma phala. You are not the lone factor. Ma karma phala hetur bhoho mate sangostu akarmani. Anyway, this we have covered. Now, next verse is Yogasta kuru karmani sangam chektva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. This yoga means hereafter yoga is all through the Gita. This yoga means karma yoga. Let it be mentioned as jhana, that is karma yoga. Jhana you do with what? Through karma or not. So karma yoga. Everything is karma yoga. Boils down to karma yoga. Yogastha kuru karmani. Yogastaha means rooted in karma yoga. Rooted in karma yoga. Karmani kuru. Karmani kuru. Yogastaha. Yogastaha means what? We are all gruhastaha, isn't it? Why are we gruhastas? Gehe stitaha gruhastaha. We are stuck in the house, isn't it? We are in the house. We are gruhastaha. Like that, if you can get stuck in yoga, we become yogastaha. Then yogastaha kuru karmani sangam chektva dhananjaya. Get rid of attachment. Get rid of attachment. Get rid of attachment. Also get rid of your kartrutva bhavana. Aham karta bhavana cheja. Give it up. Aham bhokta bhavana also cheja. Give it up. And karma phala is Ishvara prasadam. With that bhavana, karma kuru. And as long as you are amidst that activity, let it be a blessing for the action. Activity, let it be a blessing for the action. Then the action will indeed give what? The desired result. As you are in the midst of action and keep on thinking of the karma phala, what kind of action, what kind of efficacy you are introducing into the action, right? That is why sangam chektva dhananjaya siddhya asiddhyo samo bhutva. Become the same in your mind. Have the same attitude, the bhavana, samabhavana, with respect to whether your action has given you a successful result or not. Siddhya asiddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. This is one of the definitions of karma yoga. Samatvam yoga uchyate. This is what Sunita madam said it is becoming difficult to practice samatva. And samatvam yoga uchyate. Samatvam is karma yoga uchyate. When you practice that, you become a karma yogi. You become a karma yogi, and you will radiate the wisdom of karma yoga to everybody who gets in contact with you. Is that not going to be beautiful? And you yourself are going to be almost directly walking into the Jnana Marga, because you are gaining that qualification. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Now, durena hyavaram karma, buddhi yoga dhananjaya, buddhau sharanamanvicha, krupana palahetavaha, durena hi havaram karma, buddhi yogat dhananjaya. Hey Dhananjaya, buddhi yogat. This buddhi yogat means what? Karma yoga bhavat. Okay, buddhi yoga means karma yogat. He Dhananjaya, karma hi havaram durena. Simple karma like what? Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadancha vipaschitaha vedavadarata pata nanyadastiti vadinaha kamatmana swargaparaha janma karma phala pradam. All those people, they think that the purpose of human activities is only for swarga. Swarga paraha, there's nothing more superlative than swarga. Kama atmana swarga paraha janma karma phala pradam. And whatever you do as per the instructions of the karma kanda of the Veda, they will give you a better janma next, and they will give you a lot of power, a lot of wealth. True, all those things will be given. But you know what? You will take to another janma, and you will become an eternal samsari. And samsari is what? A sukhi or a dukhi? Samsari is once in a while sukhi, and most of the time dukhi, because the situations that he needs to face would result in a lot of dukkha inducing results, and for which he will suffer. So samsari is generally a dukkhi. And this kamatmana, swarga paraha, etc., when those people, for those that karma, whatever karma they are doing, he avaram durena, that karma is very, very inferior. It is very inferior to karma yoga. Buddho sharanamanvicha.
Can you
Buddha,
explain the meanings of Durena and Hi Avaram?
which one?
The meaning of Avaram and Durena?
Durena means by miles, you can say. By miles. He avaram. Indeed avaram. Indeed inferior. He avaram is he avaram. Avaram is inferior. Durena means by a big margin, huge margin. What does this Taparya say? Action with a selfish motive is far inferior. Far. That Durena is translated as far. Right? Inferior to this yoga in the form of equanimity. Yoga in the form of equanimity is what? Karma yoga. Samatvam yoga uchyate was mentioned in the earlier verse, no? So do seek refuge in this equipoise of mind. Buddha Sharanamanvicha. For poor and wretched are those who are the cause in making their actions bear fruit. Krupanaha palahetavaha. Krupanaha Phalahetavaha, people who keep on toiling for a particular result of their action, they are called Krupanaha. What was the Yajnavalkya's definition of Krupana when he talked to Gargai? Eva etadaksharam Gargi aviditva prechya saha Krupanaha. Hey Gargi was one of the lady philosophers in Janaka's court. Yajnavalkya is a great philosopher, and he was explaining to people in the Janaka's court. He was asked, who is a Krupana? And this Krupana, this word came to us earlier in this chapter. When did this come? This Krupana, when did this come?
Arjuna says his
Exactly.
state is like that.
Karpanya dosha Arjuna himself said, Karpanya dosha upahata swabhavaha. With this miserly attitude, my swabhava is drowned. That is what Arjuna said. Now Yajnavalkya, Yova, whoever, etat aksharam, etat, this aksharam, undeclinable, avyayam, ajam, shashvatam, puranam, nahanyate hanyamane sharire, atma, brahma, that aviditva, not knowing, pretya. If they leave this body, saha krupanaha, whoever do not gain adequate knowledge of that Atma, when the life is flowing through him before he lays down life, if he can gain that knowledge, he is not a krupanaha. And when he dies, with a little bit of even that knowledge, that is going to be helpful to him in the next janma. Unlike those people, Yamimam Pushpitam Vacham people, Janma Karma Phala Pradam, you will get a better janma, you will become a princely person, all those things, but they are of no avail. Here, Krishna says, they will be born, Shuchinam Shrimatam Gehe Yoga Bhrashtaha Abhijayate. Shuchinam Shrimatam Gehe, very pure, and Shrimatam. Shrimatam is, there is no dearth for wealth. You need not worry about your next meal. You can keep on doing Krishna Dhyanam. You can keep on talking about Bhagavad Gita to yourself and to the rest of the people all day long, because you are born in Shuchinam Shrimatang Vehe, and your parents also will not obstruct you from what you are doing, because they are Shuchinam, right? And in the 6th chapter, Bhagavan says, Athava yoginame vakule bhavati dhimata. On the other hand, if you are a highly evolved sadhaka, and at the time of your death, you are such an evolved sadhaka, don't you worry. Shuchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Bhrashtaha Abhijayate, number 1. Athava Yoginame Vakule Bhavati Dhematam, you will be born in the yogi's family. Etaddi Durlabhataram Loke Janma Yadidrush. This kind of a janma is very, very difficult. Etaddi Durlabhataram, superlative, Durlabhataram Loke Janma Yadidrusham. Idrusham Janma, this kind of a janma is very, very difficult. That coming from Bhagavan's mouth, should we not take that as Amrita and make an effort to go in that direction instead of getting stuck to where we are? Where we are, nothing wrong. We have been thus far. But if there is a better, when you are driving on the highway, when somebody points out, hey, there is a beautiful road laid down very recently, you avoid this country road, you get onto this highway, you may have to pay some toll tax and things like that. Don't you take to that road? I'm pretty sure everybody would. So, Suchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Brashtaha Abhijayate. How to get there? Following what Bhagavan is saying. Bhagavan is a Suhrit. Suhrit means what? A well-wisher to everybody without seeking anything in return. That is a Suhrit. He does not seek anything in return. He just seeks your Shraddha. He seeks your Bhakti. And he seeks your sadhana. All these for your own self. He does not get bloated because you have done some 100 slokas one day. No, it doesn't matter to him. Those 100 slokas are for your benefit. Buddhau Sharanamanvicha Krupanaha Palahetavaha. People who keep on working only for the end result in mind. Okay? Forgetting that there is an Ishvara. And Ishvara must be acknowledged. Without Ishvara, where are you and I? Where are you? Like we discussed yesterday, when we were born, everything is ready-made, like in a 5-star hotel. Everything is given to us without our asking, without our paying a pie, without paying anything. We have the motherly love when we were born. With nothing, we have the parental affection. With nothing, we have the environment to soothe us. And with nothing, people coming to see us, they give a lot of blissful, blessing looks. Are you paying anything for this? All these are Ishvara Anugraha. Your mother's love is Ishvara Anugraha. The Prakriti that you are enjoying is Ishvara Anugraha. None of these you have created. When you are born, you have not come into this land with anything. And when you are no more, you do not take anything from this place also. When such is the case, when in the middle, Avyaktadini Bhutani, Vyakta Madhyani Bharata, Avyakta Nidhananyeva Tatraka Paridevana. In the beginning, they have been in the unmanifest. In the end, they will go to the unmanifest. In the middle, as though they are, and as though they are. Why can't you be the best as though they are? Why can't you be the best exemplary person for everybody else to follow? That makes a Mahatma. Not a person who will simply carry the load of this corpse, the corpse that Sthula Sharira all of us carry as long as we live. We carry our Sthula Sharira as long as we live. But that's not good enough. We'll have to do something beneficial to not only ourselves, beneficial to the community, which is fostering us, which is kind of giving shelter to us. Is it not? If the neighbors keep on fighting you all the time, where is your peace of mind? So the neighborhood, is it not the community for which you must be grateful? What are you giving to that community? Those are the thoughts which must propel us into better actions than just merely palahetavaha. We should not remain krupanaha, miserly fellows. We must become, in the Atma Vichara Vishaya, great sadhakas. We must become great sadhakas. And such like people we must have as part of our satsang, because that satsang will help you get rid of your doubts. Satsang will help you get rid of your ahankara, because during satsang there are times when you say something and find that what you have said is totally wrong. When that happens, your ego is hurt. When your ego is hurt, you swallow that. So there is a chance for your ego to get smelted. Is it not? There is a chance. So the satsanga is beautiful. All those things we will have to do. I think we'll stop here. 49. All right. Action with a selfish motive is far inferior to this yoga in the form of equanimity. This yoga in the form of equanimity is nothing but karma yoga. Do seek refuge in this equipoise of mind, Arjuna. For poor and wretched are those who are the cause in making their actions bear fruit. Right? Yeah, we'll see tomorrow. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om, everybody. We'll meet tomorrow. Yeah.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om, Nana.